Okay, good. Welcome once again. This is Sky Vision Lounge, and we are looking at our trading. We're going to do some live analysis to see what the market is giving us this New York session. All right, so just a reminder, um, when we say we're looking for uh, sorry, just a sec, let me. Okay, good. All right. So when we say we are trading break of structures, okay, we're expecting that price will break a structure. And then once it breaks that structure there, let's say it breaks it to the top side. Okay. Let's say it breaks it to the top side. We're expecting price to pull back at some point, right? Once it breaks this last high, we're expected to then pull back down and then go up. Now, on this pullback, right? We never know how far deep it is going to go. It can do a very small pullback, or it can be a deep pullback. But whatever the pullback is, we don't expect it to go beyond where it was coming from. Okay. We don't expect it to go beyond where it started from. Okay. So we say that so this is a let's say this is a low, this is a high, this is now our higher low. Okay. So we don't expect price come all the way back down to break this zone here. Once it breaks this zone, then this beginning of bullish trend is invalidated. Okay. So let's go to our trade analysis. So we say there's always three questions you should ask when you are trading. Three questions. And these three questions is irrespective of which trading strategy you're using, whether you're using the trading strategy I am teaching or whatever other trading strategy you like to use. Ask these three questions and see if you can be consistent and follow a repeatable process with that system. Okay. Um, so that's what we need to do. Sorry, somebody is just very incessant. Okay. So okay, so ask these three questions before you take any trade. This is very, very important. Whether you're using moving average or Bollinger Bands or RSI or ADX or whatever the trading strategy it is that you're using, ask these three questions and see if you can be consistent with that process. Okay, so the first question is we want to know. So these three questions essentially helps us get direction. So no matter what you're doing, you want to know what direction you are trading. Are you going to be doing a buy or you're going to be doing a sell? You want to know the direction. And these three questions help us to define that. So the first question, what did price do overnight? So you look at your price action and ask, what did price do overnight? Let me move this one. Okay. So price started from here, pushed all the way up, pushed back down. You see a nice push, break of structure there, right? And then it's gone all the way to that level. Now it's pushed back down and then it's come up, it's pushed down, it's come up, it's now right here. Okay. So what would you say? You would say that this price action here, you had a break of structure right here during that was London session, beginning of London session, right? And it's pushed up, it's pulled back down. It didn't come to break the lows there, right? It didn't come to break these lows here. Okay. That was where price started pushing up from. Okay, it didn't break these lows. So right now it's forming another what would we call another level here, another kind of support, right? It's coming here, it's not going further down. It's come back here second time, it's not going down. It's possibly coming back down here again, and maybe to see if it will break up to the top side. Okay, so essentially we can see that price is moving up. So this is a trend. So the first question, what did price do overnight? So you just say this is a trend, right? Where is price now? Price is right here. Okay, price is right here. You want to see, is it going to break these lows to come further down, or is it going to break to the highs? So next question is, and this one is a very critical one. What must I see price do before I execute a trade? Okay, so in this instance here, you have said to yourself that price is trending upwards, right? So what do you want to do? You can say to yourself, what must I see price do before I enter a trade? So, typically in a trend, you expect once it gets to this high, you want it to pull back and then you enter. So you want to enter anywhere on this pullback. So on this push up, has it pulled back? Yes, it has pulled back, right? So that means you can enter anywhere here and you're looking for your first target at the highs there, okay? Trying to see if price will continue going up that way, okay? So that's an aggressive entry. You can put your stop loss just somewhere there. However, the more conservative one is to say, okay, I want to see price break these highs first. Let it break that high, pull back, and then I'll be interested in taking another trade, right? That'll be a more conservative entry, right? Given that, so if you were here at the market when price pulled all the way back down to this level here, that would be excellent. So you could have entered right there, and then you're waiting for price to come back up. That's good. But right here, it's a bit, it's gone some ways already, okay? So it's either you wait for the conservative or you trade aggressively, just noting that price could actually come back down and then go up, or it can come back down and then continue downwards. So whichever way it goes, you are just looking for that break of structure, okay? You're looking for the break of structure to then enter in that direction of the market, okay? Let's look at the next pair. This is pound JPY. Okay, so pound JPY, we asked the 3 questions again. So let me remove this one. This is for my inner circle people here. Okay. So what did price do overnight? I'm sure by now you can chorus it. So price push down, push back up, push down, push back up, push down, push back up. Nice break of structure there. You can see it's pushing back here, then it's gone up, it's pushed back down. Now it's right here, right? So you can see now that price has actually done another break of structure here. Okay, there's another one even here too, right? There's another break of structure here too, right? So break of structure there. So you can see price is breaking structure to the top side. Okay, so that means price is trending upwards. So what do you expect? So second question, where is price now? So price is at the highs here. So what do you expect next? You expect that price will possibly pull back and then continue upwards. Where will this thing be invalidated? So you have to look at it as well. Say, if you look backwards, where's the last opposite candle that pushed this price up? Is right here. This is the last zone that pushed this price up. Okay, that gave us this break of structure here. So as long as price is within this range, within this high here and this zone here, yes, you can look for opportunities to buy. Okay, but once it then breaks below this last zone where it pushed it from, then it becomes invalidated. Okay, very nice and simple. So yes, looking for, if it breaks these lows here, you want to see if it will then continue going downwards. Okay, let's look at the next pair. This is Euro Yen. Very nicely, it's behaving itself, though very sluggishly actually. It's doing very sluggishly. So let's see, what did price do overnight? Price started from here, pushed down, pushed back up, pushed down here, pushed up, pushed down, pushed up somewhere here, pushed down, pushed up, then pushed back down. You can see just a lot of range in here. So earlier in the morning, I just said this was a range in my eyes, right? So it's now is broken above these highs. So it's giving us a nice entry right there on that pullback. And then right now it has not yet closed above here. So let's just say it's right there now. Okay. So we are seeing beginnings of a trend upwards here. Beginnings of a trend upwards, right? So at what point will you say this? So remember, like we drew that your trend, higher highs, higher lows. The point where you say this trend is no longer valid is when you now have a break of that last structure there. Okay, that's where you say it's no longer a trend upward. So you put your line in the sand. So if this one does close, so we have to wait for this one to close, because I like to see a break above and a close above, a body break and body close above, right? We want to see breaking. We don't want to see just a wick like this. I want to see a body break and close above. So I want to see that happen here. So we'll have to wait for this candle to close. If that closes there, then this will be our last opposite candle that caused that move down, that move up, right? If it does not do that, then I'll be looking for these lows here, possibly, right, as a potential zone. Okay, so to then see if price will continue going upwards. So want to see if price will pull back, right, and then continue going upwards. Okay, and it will only change direction once we then break that lows. But this one here, this particular low here is if we get a break of these highs, a proper break of structure. If we don't get a proper break of structure, then we'll be down to this level here. We have to wait for it to come all the way down to then break up. Okay, let's look at the next pair. This is Pound Aussie. Oh, wow, very nice. So Pound Aussie gave us a nice trend here. So let's remove this one since this one did not happen. Okay, so what did price do overnight? The same question we asked, we like to just repeat them over and over. So what did price do overnight? You can see price started from here, pushed up, came back down, nice break of structure there, pull back in, a lower high, lower low, right? Lower high, lower low. Right now it's giving us a lower high. Yeah, lower high. Then now it's giving us a potential higher low here. It's potential until it breaks this level here. If it breaks that level, then we have a market structure shift. Okay, but this is our last lower high. Yeah, yes, okay, yeah. So that will be our market structure shift right there. Okay, that'll be a market structure shift right there. Okay, because we call it a market structure shift because where is our last break of structure? Our last break of structure is down here. So this is the BOS, break of structure to the downside. And then you ask yourself, what pushed price to the down, to the lows here? It was right here. Okay, so as long as it's still within this zone here, this is our last valid range. But if it breaks it, does this smaller break here, then that will be a market structure shift. Okay, so that's why we call it a market structure shift as opposed to a normal break of structures. Okay, but it's a break. A break is a break anyway, so don't get confused with the nomenclature. It's a break. Okay, let's look at the next one. Oh, Pound USD. Okay, Pound USD decided to come down first. So what did price do? Pushed up, pushed back down, pushed up. Nice break of structure, pushed down, pushed up there, then came back down. And instead of going back up, it closed below, right? Breaking these structures here. So if you were trading Pound USD, you may have gotten this trend, this nice push down, right? But now it's pushing back up, and it's pushing back up very strongly. It's about to just break that highs there. So let's see what it's going to do. Maybe to do this and then go up. Maybe it will do that. We do not know what it's going to do. Or maybe it might decide that, okay, I've pushed up to this level and then it's time to come back down. Price can do whatever it wants to do. So this reminds me again, just to remind us, we have 3 different types of setups when we are trading. 3 different types. We use break of structures. We use market structure shifts as our setups for entry. And then we use rejection candles. So any of these can happen at any point in time. And it's then left to us to decide, okay, am I going to take this trade or would I just wait? Okay, so for instance, if you saw this nice market structure shift here, right? And you entered the market, say you entered the market on this one, and price has come all the way down here. So assuming you took profit here, okay, assuming you took profit there, and then said, okay, let me wait for the next setup. And then you see this is a rejection candle setup. This is a nice bullish engulfing candle, right? You just enter on that trade and then you wait for price to come up. Okay, and price does that in this instance, right? So let me just explain that again to us in case we are just looking at it wondering what is happening. Okay. So price is pushing down. We're seeing lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Now, if you look at it logically, for price to come to this high here, to this high point here, what do you think is going to happen here? You won't be getting bearish candles here. You'll be getting bullish candles pushing it up here. So that is what this whole thing is about. It can just be just a pullback, right? And it can actually be the beginnings of a change of trend. Okay, but we never know what price is going to do. So that's why we need to just be in the context of what is happening at that time. So for price to come all the way down to this level, like it did here, it came all the way down to this level. So if you are just trading, for instance, if you say, oh, okay, I don't want to be trading so many strategies or processes, I just want to trade one. I just want to trade break of structures only, right? You have your break of structure right there, or your market structure shapes. You have a pullback. I mean, you have a price going to a lower low. So now all this now will be a pullback for you. And all you'll be waiting for is for price to give you an indication that it wants to start coming down. So you won't be interested in looking for this rejection candle setup, right? So you have to pick, it's like they say, pick your battles. Pick which one you want to use and then use that. Is it okay to combine 2-3 strategies together? Yeah, it's okay to combine them, but as long as you have a process to it, right? You are not trading them haphazardly. You don't come to the markets. So today you say, okay, I'm going to be trading moving average today. And then tomorrow you come to the market, you say, I'm going to trade Bollinger Bands. And then next tomorrow you are trading RSI or engulfing candles. That would be haphazard trading, right? That would be like just, trading anyhow, right? But we want to have a process to our trading. And just in fact, there are some times, right, that I take a trade. So for instance, if I took this, though I'm not trading pound USD. So if I took this trade right here, okay, I'll just say to myself, I'll ignore this break of structure that happened here and just wait for that rejection candle and wait for this to actually go some ways. Okay, and wait to see if it will continue going up. Sometimes I do that, okay, as part of my trading, because is part of the trading process that I have. So you have to just keep to that trading process all the time. That is more important than the individual trade, right? So whether that trade goes on to be a winner or it goes on to be a loser, it doesn't matter. The more important thing is that you kept to your process. That's the more important thing. Okay, we must always keep to the process at all times. Let's look at the next one. Euro USD. Oh, girl. Very nice. So Euro USD decided that it didn't want to go up initially. So it started from here, went up, came back down, went up, came back down, went up, came back down, went up. Broke structure there, right? So a nice entry there, though it didn't go far at all, right? Now it's pulling back down. Okay. Where is your last break of structure? Your last break of structure is down, up here. Right. So that means so let me put, let me remove this one. Okay. So this is my last break of structure. This zone here. That's my last break of structure. And I ask myself, where is the last opposite candle from these lows here? When you go back into this break of structure is right here. So the last opposite candle that caused price to move down is right there. And for sake of, since you just have a week here, you can just make it like that. So you are just waiting to see, is price going to push all the way back in here, right? And then give us something like this. Like here, it gave us a nice kangaroo tail and went down, right? Is it going to give us something like that up here again and then come back down, right? So you need to then decide, what do you want to do? Okay, let's look at the next price action on USD yen. Oh, very nice. So USD yen is doing very nicely. So what did price do overnight? Started from here, push down, push back up, push down, push back up, push down, somewhere up here, push down. Then you have a break of structures right there, break of structure there, right? So if you're here at the market when this happened, you could have entered a buy there, right? It's come back up right now. So you have a break of structure to the top side. If you look backwards, where is your range? This is your range. This is your last valid range, right? Let me see. Yes, I think this is your last valid range. So price can pull back down and then continue going up. Okay. So your last structure, your last opposite candle that caused that move to go up is right here. Okay. Let me see. I want to just see if this one is just too close. It's too close to call, right? Anyway, it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. You're expecting a pullback and then for price to go back up, right? And if it decides that, okay, I don't want to do that, I want to come back down, break that level, and then it starts going down, then you just take it. If you had entered a buy here, for instance, and then price decides to come and stop you out, that's fine. Just take your loss and then take the opposite direction. Okay. So we just keep repeating that over and over and over and over and over again. Right. And that is how trading is done. You do that professionally. And remember, we have to use proper risk management. You have to use proper risk management. You have to use proper risk management in all your trading. So no matter whether you are expecting 5 trades or 10 trades or whatever the number of trades, you use proper risk management all the time. Okay. Beautiful. Any questions? Yes, please. Go ahead.
Good morning, Jeremy.
Hey, Billionaire Williams, well done.
How are you?
I'm fine,
Please,
thank you, sir.
could we please revisit the pound USD?
Pound USD, okay. Yep, we are at
I
pound
want to
USD
see,
now.
is this the pound? Okay, pound USD. Okay.
Yes.
Now, I want to see the it started from the rejection candle. That's the very last the push uptrend started from the rejection candle right there. There were 3 candles before we left to the other actions. Now it has changed its trend to a bearish direction.
Hmm.
When it was the 3 green candles, I was expecting the pullback, and I think the pullback has started. But um, I there was an area I was very interested in. That was
Okay.
uh, the first candle wick on top, and that third green candle that was there that has turned now into a bearish candle. The wick at the bottom, there was a zone that
Oh,
I expected the pullback to get to that would be an affirmation for me to
yeah.
enter to confirm that it's going to go trend back up if it touches that zone. And I think
Hmm.
that's just what is about to happen. And you see it's going between the bearish and it's changing from
Yeah.
green to red,
Okay.
going back and forth.
Yeah.
So I was I just I knew from my setup this thing that
Yeah.
there's going to be a pullback
Yeah.
into that zone,
Yeah.
then after it will go straight up. But if it breaks that zone,
Yeah.
which is the weak here on top to
Yeah.
the bottom, then the trend will change or will be reversed. So I
Oh,
don't know if that made sense to you. I don't want to be using the fair value gap and all that thing to you
okay.
because I know you are not interested in all of that. But that
Yeah.
is that is exactly what
Okay, good. So
yeah.
let's plot the lines. In fact, let me even remove all
Exactly.
these let's plot
Okay.
all those lines. Let me remove all these fractals that we're seeing here. Let me remove the fractals so you can see what we're talking about. So in fact, let me even remove that this London session and course. So let's just have a pure nice charts, naked
Yeah.
chart as they call it. Okay. So on this pair right now, so this is the
Yeah.
start of the day. Okay.
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
price started from here pulls back a bit, then goes up and comes to this high here. So all these are bullish candles to this level, and then you get a pullback. Okay, and then you get a push up, breaking this structure here. You get a pullback and then another push up, breaking another structure there, right? You get a pullback. It does not break this level here. It just wicks it on this first one, pushes up, then pushes back down to break this level here now.
At the bottom,
right? Eventually breaks it there, right? And then it comes all the way down.
All the way down. And then there was the rejection candle.
Exactly. So at these lows here now, so this is your first initial break of structure there, this zone here. Right. Break of structure to the downside. Now, at what point? So putting in mind as well that if price is okay, so price was going up first and then comes down and then goes up and then does this, right? It breaks this level here. So at what point will you say it has a change of direction? It has a change of direction when it breaks this last valid range.
Correct.
Right. So from this level here, this is where we have our break of structure. It pulls back down. So all this here, all this action here is a pullback.
Yeah, but okay.
According to that, yes,
there was no break of structure.
No, there's no break of structure just yet.
Yet. Yeah.
Okay. However, remember we said we have 3 ways of trading these things. Okay. We can either say we are looking for the break of structure, or we're looking for market structure shift, or we're looking for rejection candle setups.
Right.
Okay. So in this instance here, it has done so at the lows here when it came to what we call maybe like a support, right? Yeah. It's done a rejection candle here, and then pushed back up. Yes, an engulfing candle, and then it's pushed back up.
Correct.
Okay. So on that push back up now, we've now seen it move, push up, and then it's finding some kind of resistance.
So if somebody were to use a setup for the rejection candle, you'll be
buy here, right?
You'll be encouraged to buy.
Exactly.
At that point.
You just buy.
And
right
if you did that now, probably you experience
buying right now is not. It won't be that advisable because price has actually left your ideal zone.
No, I'm saying before the last candle started, turned red when it was green. Initially, it was green. When it started. So would that have been a very good idea to go into the market and make a long position
to take a buy? The ideal place, the ideal place for your buy will be right here when this candle started.
Okay,
that's the ideal place.
In that case,
just leave it. Let price do whatever it wants to do. Then allow it to either do a market structure shift. Right, it will come back up here. Oops, where's my? From here, it comes here, pulls back, and then gives you a market structure shift right there. Then you can enter for a buy, or it decides that I want to start going back down. So maybe it gives you an engulfing candle right here. Then you can then take that trade to come back down.
So what you're saying in effect is if you had entered a buy at that very initial point, then you just let it run, irrespective of what is going on right now.
Exactly. Just let it run. Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. Do you have any other questions?
No, thank you, sir.
Oh, beautiful. All right. So we'll see you again tomorrow, 8 a.m. West African time, and then at 2 p.m.
Sorry, please, I have a small question.
Yes, sir.
My question is that I see that you trade only M30. That you don't go from the higher time frame down to M30. Is there any reason for that so that we can learn? You just stay with your M30 and you trade M30.
Yes, so
I see that maybe that rather to know the market direction from the daily, the 4 hourly, the hourly, the 30 minutes or
so for me, I stick to one time frame. It doesn't matter what is happening on any other time frame. You get the same kind of setups on any time frame. Okay, so just to test that, say if we go to a daily time frame, for instance, okay, on this daily time frame, what am I seeing? I'm seeing price, it has pushed up, and all this will be a pullback for me, right? This is
Yes.
my last zone here for this push up. Okay.
Yes.
And then if I was trading it and implementing any of my 3 setups, I would have said that this is a nice setup here, because that's a rejection candle for me to go back down with it. Okay, so that's one scenario there. If you look at the 4-hour time frame as well, the same kind of thing. See what is happening. So your trading is always in the context of what is happening on that time frame. Okay, it's always in the context of what is happening on that time frame. So on this particular time frame, you can see it's come up, it's pushed down here, come up, push back down, break of structures there, a nice pullback, and it's going back down, and it's just doing something, whatever it's doing here right now. Okay, so it's doing on any time frame the same kind of setup because of the specific way we like to trade. It doesn't matter which time frame you are on, you will always get your setup. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you're trading from higher time frames down to the 1 minute or from whichever time frame. Just stick with one and you're okay with it. Okay. Yes, Belena Williams.
Yes.
Okay, can I ask a personal question?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, please go ahead.
You may choose to answer me this one or may not choose to answer me. This strategy on M30,
Yeah.
what would you say is your success rate? It's a kind of person.
In fact, let me put it this way. You go and test it out. You test it out yourself. I won't tell you what I am doing. You test it out. You can see it for yourself. You know, so if you, for instance, just take engulfing candles alone and do that for a week and you test it out yourself. Trading strategy, right. There are 1,001 trading strategies and they all work. The issue is, are you able to bear it for that long run? Yeah. Right. Because every trading strategy will at some point get some losses. But if you trade it long enough, you will see the profits. So I won't even say profit. This thing is one to about 80% or 60% or whatever, you know, right? It is profitable, you know, and that is all you need to know. And you can just test it out. Don't take my word for it. You test it out for yourself and see if it works or not. Belena Williams, please go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you the same question about, you know, we used to we used to go from comparisons of time frames before we decide where exactly between M15 and M30 or M5, M15, M30 where to start from.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden this year I found out you decided to be trading just M30 alone.
Indeed. So it was just a decision. My mentor, one of my mentors, Kim Compros, you can Google her. Kim Compros, she's very, very successful and she trades on only 15 minutes time frame. She doesn't go from daily time frame to so she's been trading for over 25 years. She's very, very successful. And I knew her back in God knows years ago. Right. And she just sticks to 15 minutes. Sorry?
Please spell her name for us, please.
Kim Compros. So it's Kim, K-I-M. If I just look for, if you Google it, Price Action Traders Institute. Kim Compros, I think it's K-R-O-P, Crompos. I think there's an M there, then POS, P-O-S-S. Just look for party. That's Price Action Traders Institute. Price Action Traders Institute.
Okay, now, Billionaire Jeremy, I want to tell you, if you look at the action now, the trend, what I just said has started to take place. If anybody is to take this trade now, I will predict a buy is in the making, a very long buy. And the green candle has started to form.
Definitely.
The pullback has already gotten to the fair value gap and now it's retracing backward. It's going on a buy trend. So it will be, if you had been in the trade, good for you. If you want to enter now, I would advise you go in and be a part of the success of
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. As long as you put your stop loss down there and then see if price will push up.
will be
from there.
pusher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank you.
All good. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Very interactive session today. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So we'll be back tomorrow by God's grace. See you then.